So this video is going to show you how to run through a series of exercises on your toe pro. Start with the toe pro about a foot to a foot and a half away from the wall, and we're going to do a little warm-up drill to start where you place your toes right on the first kind of ridge of the toe pro with your heels and balls of your feet still touching the floor. From there, you're going to keep your arms down by your side, and I want you to lean your entire body forward, almost like you're a piece of wood leaning forward at your ankles about 10 to 15 degrees. Hold and press your toes down into the foam and then push yourself back to the starting point with your toes. Good. Do that again. As you lean forward, you should feel your toes really compressing the foam down, trying to indent it, and then push yourself back using your toes. Be careful with this one. We don't want to just kind of like a woodpecker where your top half goes forward and your butt goes back. That does not count. And we also don't want those heels coming up. So just really think the whole body leans forward, foot stays flat, and we push ourselves back. From there, we're going to go into the main part of the exercise, which is two different types of heel raises. So if you could go ahead and put your toes up into this ridge or the part of that's kind of like a valley. Good. Right at the top of the toe pro. What you want to make sure is that your feet are parallel. So when you look down, you want to look at the inner borders and make sure they look like they are parallel to one another and not turned out kind of like duck feet. From there, go ahead and put your hands on the wall for me for balance. And what we're going to do is at the bottom here, I want you to find your outer heels. So it's almost like you're lifting your arches up a little bit. And then your first move is going to be to compress down at the ball of your big toe as you slowly start to raise your heels up into a calf raise. Really trying to compress the foam down right at that big toe, right here. Really pushing down, and then at the top, press the toes down for a second and slowly lower back down to those outer heels. Good, and just do a couple of those for us. Outer heel, push, drive through that big toe, even a little bit more, trying to compress that foam, push the toes down, and slowly lower back down. Good. One more, about a count of 3 as you go up, driving through that big toe. Press the toes down at the top, slowly lower for a count of 3, finding the outer heel as you slowly go down. Now what I want to show you is at the front here, if you do another one there, as you go up and as you press your toes, go ahead, you want to see this little crease happening at the toes. That's a good thing. It's telling me that we're getting certain muscles in the feet kicking on and slowly lower down. So that is the first set of heel raises. The knees are straight and we're trying to aim for 2 sets of 10. For the next heel raise, we're going to stay in the same position, but this time you're going to bend your knees. Good. Maybe a little bit more if you can. Good. And now, same exact thing. Find the outer heel at the bottom and then push up through the ball of the big toe just to about there. You're not going to go as high on this one. Push those toes down. Good. And then slowly lower back down. Keeping those knees locked in that same angle the entire time. And again, just to about 30 degrees there. Good. Push those toes down and slowly lower back down. Really making sure we're driving through the ball of the big toe as you start the heel raise. Go ahead, do that one more time. Push, push, push even more through that ball of the big toe, especially on your left there. There we go. And slowly lower down. For this one, we are once again doing 2 sets of 10. And then to end the exercise, I like to do a stabilization technique where we are trying to balance in the same exact position, but now just lift your heels an inch off the ground so your feet are kind of parallel to the floor. Good, and just hold there. Our goal is 30 to 60 seconds holding. It's almost just an isometric contraction. We're looking for some balance here, really trying to keep the ball of the big toe pressing down. And if we're doing all these toe pro exercises right, you should get a big burn in all of your calf muscles, some along the outside of your leg, arches of your feet, and especially through the inside arch of the foot. And go ahead and relax. Just to give your calves a little clap on the back, just stretch them out a little bit. I want you to go ahead and just move that toe pro back behind you some. Even a little bit more there. There we go. And then go ahead and put your left foot on there and just go into a nice runner stretch, keeping that knee straight, hands on the wall, holding for about 60 seconds, 4 times. Now you can also move your foot to the other side, and this will just stretch a different part of your calf. Especially you can just kind of see if one is tighter than the other. Hold 60 seconds, 4 times, keeping that knee nice and straight the whole time.